We're going live. It's still going.
Now we're live.
Now we're live. Woo!
Yeah. This is it.
That's always a. I always get a kick out of that
Yep.
when it says you're live.
Yep.
So that's fun. That's good stuff. Let's see. Can I hear us? Yeah. Okay. I can hear us.
Okay. Good.
Yep. Looks like we might have about a 10-second delay as of right now, but that's normal.
Yep.
So
10 seconds is good.
yeah, 10 seconds is decent. So yeah. All right. I gotta just have it playing there just to kind of monitor it. So what's up, Gio?
Oh, not much.
So yeah, we're doing a stream today, which it's not the first Monday of the month. We actually did one on the first Monday of the month.
This is actually the first time we did 2
Yeah.
in a month.
Yeah.
So this is interesting.
It is interesting for us.
Kind of throws it off.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. If it goes well, then maybe we continue this.
Trying to doing 2 a month.
Yeah.
Or we just go back to 1 a month.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Even if it goes well, we might just go back to 1 a month because this is a lot. But I feel like we're getting better at like planning ahead with our like video recordings and stuff, like the actual videos that go up, not just the live streams. So
it gives us some like space.
Yeah. So if we decide like, 1 week, like, you know what, let's live stream this week instead of just recording videos.
And we can do that.
We can do that.
Yeah.
So, so if you saw the title of the stream, this is drinking Talisker whiskey. It's Talisker whiskey night.
Talisker whiskey night.
Yeah. And we had this conversation last week about, you know what, we have all these Talisker bottles back here. We just need to do those on a live stream.
Yeah.
And look at us. We are doing those on a live stream.
We are.
Yeah. So what we have here first is a blind, and this isn't going to be the whole stream. This is going to be part of the stream. A blind of 4 different Talisker whiskeys. So we've got the Talisker 10-year, the Talisker Storm, the Talisker Sky, and the Talisker Port Rui. I think it's how you say it. Talisker Port Rui.
Or maybe the I is silent.
I think it's Port Rui because it's supposed to be like Portree, which is like the town there on the Isle of Skye.
Okay.
So Talisker Port Rui. Got to remember to hydrate or dihydrate during this stream. I'm just gonna leave my water there. All right. So yeah, if you have any Talisker at your place as you're watching this, open it up and enjoy some Talisker with us, because that's what we'll be drinking all night.
Yep.
So we're starting off with the blind, though, and we can just kind of do what we normally do, nose them all and then taste them.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool.
All right. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with the purple.
The purple? Okay.
Yeah, and work our way back.
So are these the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, your purple's the same as my purple, same as blue, all that.
Okay. Here it goes.
Yep.
Nosing.
Nose.
It's like a live rendition of like a review.
Right? It kind of is.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, that smells nice, right? It's like, it's kind of citrusy almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like a grapefruit kind of citrus.
I'm getting like an orange. Not an orange, maybe... Where are those smaller oranges? Not orange,
like the little tangerines or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what do they call them? The cuties?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because it has that kind of like...
It's because of the peel of it. I'm kind of like smelling that part.
Yeah. This is actually pretty nice. Yeah, I like how this smells. It's very pleasant. There is a little bit of peatiness there, but it's not like in your face peat, which I think that's kind of how Talisker is in general, but especially on this one, there's a really nice balance between the peaty, the sweetness, a little bit of tartness.
It's like a sweet peaty.
Yeah. Like the candy store caught on fire. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blue one now?
Blue? Okay.
Blue.
I'm blue.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. All right. The blue one. And again, the blind is Talisker 10, Talisker Storm, Talisker Sky, and Talisker Portry.
This is more subtle.
I was going to say, I feel like I'm not getting as many different things, but I think the smoke might actually be a little heavier for me on this one.
You think so? For me, it's a little bit lower.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you have in your glass?
About the same.
It's about the same. I feel like not as sweet in this one. This is more kind of warmer.
Well, I was getting more like floral type of.
Really? I thought I was getting like a chocolate thing almost.
Maybe it's my nose.
Maybe it's my nose. Well, I feel like we were getting kind of similar stuff on that one,
Yeah.
so it might just be our perceptions of it.
I can see the chocolate actually.
Yeah, and I can see the flowers actually. It's just not like that fresh floral that I'm used to. It's more of like a rich, like roses kind of like flower.
Like warmer flowers, like
Yeah.
not like field like wildflowers. It's more like if you go to like
a florist.
florist.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. To
That's
me,
nice.
that one might be a little bit richer to me than the first one. Although in the first one, I felt like I was getting more stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
That citrus and bitterness of it, I liked
Mhm.
with the first one.
Yeah, for sure. Citrus, sweetness. All right, red one.
See, that one's more richer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's the pleasant richer. It's richer.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I do agree that it's richer. Like each one is getting more rich.
This was more chocolate, like cocoa type of chocolate, like cacao.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm getting floral on this one.
Mm. I feel like I'm smelling some like wine qualities back there.
Yeah, I can see that. It kind of has like that dry thing happening.
Yeah, I'm liking this more and more. This is much darker than the other ones.
Oh yeah, just like in color, right?
Mhm.
That's interesting.
And Talisker doesn't really color their drinks either, so this is actually the actual color. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this one is a little bit richer. I think maybe darker fruits, like like a mm, like a dark cherry.
Or raisins.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like dry fruits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dried fruits I think is
Yeah.
a
I'm
good
looking
one on
forward
that
to
one.
I'm looking forward to tasting that one.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to tasting all of them. But yeah, that one to me was the most different of
Yeah. You
The
want to do
three.
green next?
the one that's left. All right.
All right, here we go.
Cheers. Okay.
I still smell the other one.
Yeah, but I can tell right off the bat this one is not quite as heavy or
Mm-mm.
rich as the red one.
Oh, okay, I smelled that one too quick. You got a little spot.
Yeah, like a little soap spot. Okay, yeah, on this one I got like fruity, like fresh fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some floral. This one is almost like it's almost in between.
Blue and red.
Yeah, as far as like the intensity and like the light and heaviness goes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know because you had chocolate in the blue one, right?
Yeah, but in the red it was like that dark like cocoa kind of thing.
But this one, I don't think I'm getting chocolate. Are you?
Am I? Let's see. I don't know if I am. But it's still like
I do get a bit of peatiness in this though.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten peatiness in all of them.
I don't know if I got peatiness in the red one. Maybe like just the chocolate thing kind of overpowered everything. But yeah.
But yeah, this one, the peatiness. The peatiness might be a little bit more prominent in this one. But I still like it though. Peaty, kind of that sea salt sort of thing.
Oh yes, that's what I'm smelling. Saltiness.
Yeah, fruity again, like fresh fruit, like almost like the. I think we said this in one of our recent videos, sort of like the produce section after they've like just rinsed like the green stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go over where they keep like the lettuce and
yeah, that area.
Mm-hmm. Kind of vegetal, I guess.
I think that's the least amount that I got from all four of them.
Yeah.
In terms of like senses.
For me, I still think it was the blue one, the one that I got the least from. But that being said, I think the purple one. Well, let me smell it again, just because we smelled all the rest. But I think the purple one for me was the lightest as far as just like the impact of it. But I feel like there was a lot to sort of dive into on the purple one too. Yeah, that purple one is still pretty light. It's probably going to be the one I try first.
Maybe the green one's lighter.
I don't know. I feel like the purple one
is the one.
Yeah.
I kind of lost the citrus in that first one.
Yeah, I think the purple one is still a little bit lighter to me. I mean, it doesn't matter what order we try them.
Yeah. Just not the red.
Yeah, the red one is last, for sure.
All right. So we nosed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go and try them.
We are.
Yep. All
so
right.
the purple one.
Okay.
At least that's the one I'm going to try first.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll
glue the right ones with the same ones.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, a little sharp. Just a little bit. Maybe I swallowed it too fast. I don't know. But I taste the peat.
Yeah. A bit heavy on the tongue.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of heavy, isn't it? Call me old-fashioned. How's it going?
Hola. So we are doing Talisker.
Yep.
So the Taliskers that we are trying, that we don't know which ones are, which ones?
So in the blind, we have 4 whiskeys. It's Talisker 10-year, Storm, Sky, and Port Ree. And then once we finish the blind, we have some other Taliskers that we're going to dive into as well. But we just decided to do these 4 in a blind since it's kind of like their core stuff. So let us know what you're drinking, if you are drinking something, even if it's water. So on that sip, after having some water, I felt like I got like, again, I'm talking about that produce section of the market where the fresh vegetables, like the fresh like green vegetables are, like the lettuce and the kale and stuff like that. I feel like that kind of came through. And I wonder if that's going to be a theme with these, because they are all Talisker, so I expect them to be pretty similar. But
this one, I got a little bit of a bitter dryness on that one.
Yeah. No, it is kind of... Yeah, it's a Scotch. Penelope Architect Creme Brulee. Ooh, that's interesting. I've never heard of creme brulee, but I've heard of like the dessert, but not Penelope Architect Creme Brulee.
I wonder how that one tastes.
Probably tastes like creme brulee.
Oh.
That's my guess. We have that Penelope toasted marshmallow, which kind of tasted like a s'more, which made sense. Mm-hmm. I like that one a lot. I feel like I'm going to like all of these a lot because I always like Talisker.
Yeah.
All right. Green one?
Talisker to use like Lagavulin to me.
I think so. Well, except this last year where we both liked the Lagavulin.
Well, but Talisker still came in like what? Like top 3 for you, right?
I think so. Although, did I even have Talisker in my top 5? I don't think I did. I don't think... Did we... I don't know if we had any Talisker last year.
Oh, yeah. No.
Well, we might have had one,
I think we had one, but I don't think it was...
It wasn't, like, amazing. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't, like, top 5 material. It's newer, but bomb. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been wanting to try more Penelope, because we had that toasted marshmallow, and then we tried the 4-grain, which were both really good. So I think another Penelope is in our near future to try. All right, but here's the green one.
What's the best Scotch that for someone that doesn't like Scotch?
Probably bourbon. No, I'm just kidding. The best Scotch for someone who doesn't like Scotch. Probably not Talisker.
Well, it depends what Scotch. Because there's I guess Scotch would be, you would think about peatiness. Is that what mostly would be Scotch? Because there's
but there's a lot of non-peated Scotch out there. You might want to try some of the Compass Box stuff. Well, I don't know, because my favorite Compass Box is being discontinued. The Story of the Spaniard. Let's see. I know we've had some really good non-peated Scotches this year. We had the Glenlivet 14 year, which was actually pretty good, surprising to us. I think I have some bourbon. Yeah. No, but... I mean, if you don't like Scotch, like... I don't really see the point in, like, forcing yourself to have Scotch. But,
like, Lagavulin's my go-to.
Yeah, but it's very peaty. And I don't know if that would be something that everyone would like. This one actually is pretty good. Abelor Abunad. It's a cask strength Scotch. It is a little pricey. It's like $105, at least here in Texas. But I found this one to be very good. It's not smoky. It's very rich. It might be good for a bourbon drinker, I think. But yeah, probably something unpeated. The Cragganmore 12 year was good too. We had that earlier this year. Oh yeah, we're drinking this, aren't we? Cheers.
Yeah.
That was terrible, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to be too loud.
Yeah, if you have like a good whiskey bar nearby and they have that Abelor Abunad, I'd recommend trying it. It's not like difficult to find, so I don't think like a pour of it would be too expensive. Afro Clown Talisker fanboy here. Awesome. This is the stream for you. But yeah, no, I would recommend just if you want to try a Scotch and like if you are a bourbon fan, going with something non-peaty at first. But I mean, who knows? You may enjoy a peated Scotch if you haven't had one already. In which case, like the Lagavulin 8 year is always good. Good place to start.
The Highland Parks was my introduction to like peatiness, and I like those.
Yeah, the Highland Park
not the
12 was
what
good.
was it? Magnus.
Yeah,
That one I didn't like.
So Afro Clown, to get you caught up, we're starting the stream off with a blind tasting of 4 Taliskers. The 10, the Storm, the Sky, and the Port-Ree. And then once we complete this, we'll move on to some others. But that's how we're starting, at least. That one's really good, too.
Yeah, I like that one.
They're all really good. I don't know why I expected anything different.
This one's a lot more peaty, though.
It is, yeah. But that's okay.
This one reminds me of Lagavulin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just a type of smoke.
Yeah. No, it's a little bit heavier, I think, than what I'm typically used to with Talisker. So, gonna move on to the blue one.
All right.
So Afro Clown, let us know in the chat what you're drinking. Maybe you're drinking Talisker, but even if you're not, let us know.
What Talisker do you enjoy?
Yeah. Are you gonna have a sip? I'll wait for you. And if y'all haven't already, hit that like button so that there's likes. And you can see the little thumb go like, woo. It like lights up and thing. Yeah, confetti and all that. It's fun. Ready? Oh, we gotta cheers this one. My favorite is Talisker 18. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have that one. Ooh. This one was richer than I expected it to be.
This is a lot sweeter than... Or for me, it was a lot sweeter.
I'm gonna try one more sip.
Also, a sip of water too before this. So.
I did get to try the Talisker 18 once at a bar, and it was really good. Maybe one of these days I'll drop the money for a bottle of it, but...
Was that a little pricier than most?
Yeah. It's pricier than any of the ones we're having tonight. I think.
Like triple digits pricey?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think it's in, like, the high 100s. Let's see. Let's see if I can find how much it is nearby. Because I would really, honestly, like a bottle of that, but it is... Let's see. Do we have it at Total Wine? Let's see if we have it at Total Wine. They have the Talisker 30 year for $1,049.
Yeah, not doing.
No, you don't want to get that. You don't want to get that one.
Maybe in the future.
I don't see it like at any of our local stores. Let me try one more here. I'm just curious to see what it... I think it's like in the high 100s. Like, I want to say like in the 150 to 190 range.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's not like stupid expensive, but...
apparently it's difficult to find.
Apparently so. Now I'm pouring a Talisker Distillers Edition 1998.
Oh.
Dang. Okay, fancy. Distiller's edition. Yeah, see, the Distiller's edition, or this year's Distiller's edition, is $95. Okay, apparently the Talisker 30 year is like findable if you want to drop $1,000. I'm just gonna try a couple other stores, and if it's not there, then we will let it go.
So this one's high in peat too. I don't know why I always thought like Talisker was not as peaty, but
I don't think it is as peaty as like a lot of Islay scotches, because I mean Talisker isn't an Islay. Okay, so I just googled Talisker 18 as opposed to $199.99 at Total Wine. So basically $200.
200. Oh,
Yeah.
199. Oh,
But like just on the Google like shopping, there's one here for $154.99, and then the rest are all kind of high up there. So I guess it just depends on where you get it. So
Yeah.
like anywhere from like
150
150
to 200.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's that might be one to pick up one day.
yeah.
A Dusty found in some random deli for $70. Dang. Okay. What a shame that Diageo took out vintage for their Distiller's edition. What do you mean? Like, oh, like did they used to release like vintage like barrels or something? I like that one. I'm definitely gonna have to go through all these before we rank them.
Yeah.
But I like all of them so far.
This is the one we think is going to be the
Yeah,
heaviest.
it could be. But yeah, no, we're we don't have a lot of it used to be released with vintage. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. All right, ready?
All right. Last one.
Yep. I just made it full non-age statement. Yeah. I haven't... Have I tried a Distiller's edition? I don't know if I've tried a Distiller's edition from Talisker. I kind of want to, though. Because I haven't had a Talisker that I don't like, so I feel like I would like that. Last one?
Last one. Cheers.
Or last one of the blind, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, now on the nose, it has like a sweet, like, butterscotch thing happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one I got a lot of different textures going in. So
It
I got
was very oily for me.
Yeah, so I got that creamy oiliness in the front, but then it turned fluffy in the end.
Fluffy? I didn't get fluffy. Let me see if I get fluffy.
Like airy,
Yeah.
fluffy.
It felt kind of thin, actually, like on the taste at first.
Mm.
Let's see.
On that second sip, I got a little bit of sharpness to it.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of lingers.
It does, doesn't it? The Talisker Distillers is finished with Amoroso sherry. It's added a layer of sweet sherry note on the top of peppery distillate. That actually sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like sherry finish and peppery. I might have to pick that up. Like there's some brands that I don't mind buying blind, and Talisker is one of them. Lagavulin is another. And so that, I don't know, that might be one that I just have to like pick up one day, because I don't know if I've ever seen the Distiller's Edition at a bar. Maybe I just haven't looked hard enough, but
Or just asked.
yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, and see the third sip on that one now was kind of like the first sip, where it had that sort of oily kind of. It kind of disappeared like in the middle of the palate, but then it showed up again on the finish. That's interesting. So, Afro Clown and Call Me Old Fashioned, let us know in the chat where you're from. Because it's always interesting to hear where folks are from and, like, what y'all can find in your part of the world and, like, you know, what prices look like. We're in San Antonio, Texas. And I think here, at least from what I've seen, prices tend to be a little bit lower than in other parts of the country. But I think a lot of it depends on what bottle it is, because like there's some bottles that are less expensive here, and then some that I've been elsewhere, and I'm like, oh look, it's cheaper here than it is at home. But yeah. All right, time to rank them.
Yep.
All right. So we're just gonna taste through these, rank them, put them in order from favorite to least favorite, and then we will reveal to ourselves what they are. So again, if you're just joining the chat, the blind is 4 different Taliskers, and NYC, I imagine it would be expensive. But yeah, 4 different Taliskers: the 10-year, the Storm, the Sky, and the Port Ree. And Port Ree. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but I'll just see what it is. That one's growing on me. That red one. Yeah, a 1998 Distiller's Edition, I would think that would be like... honestly, I feel like that would be like in the thousands. So, $70. They probably just didn't realize what they had. Because that's a really good find. I don't think I've ever been that lucky. In fact, I know I've never been that lucky.
I guess that just shows everyone like how crazy markups can be.
Yeah, but like even like here in town, like this year's Distiller's Edition is going to be $95. So to find a 1998 Distiller's Edition for like how much is that? $25 less in New York City? Shoot. No, I don't think I've ever come across anything that was just like a great buy other than like some allocated bourbons like at MSRP. Because one of our local liquor stores here called Specs does an annual allocated bourbon drop where they get hundreds of bottles. So like, you know, pretty much anyone who shows up is going to get something good. But they always sell at MSRP. So that's where I've gotten like the like some of the like allocated bourbons that we have. But as far as Scotch goes, I usually just get those either at Total Wine or Specs, because I mean, if you're gonna find it anywhere, it's gonna be at those spots. Now 1998 Distillers around 200-ish on auction. 200?
No, I think it's 2,000. Wait, 200.
No,
yeah, 200.
I feel like that's still not bad. Of course, older vintage will be more expensive. 1998 was 27 years ago. You feel old yet? I'm going to pour a little bit more water. Yeah, that purple one kind of thinned out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The green one's growing on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the green one's good. All right, I poured water in, then I didn't even drink it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, the red and the green are both growing on me. Like I was all about the purple one when we first went through it on the nose, but
Yeah. Well, because when I was getting on the nose, I wasn't getting in the taste.
I feel like those last two, the red and the green, were very consistent from nose to taste. Yeah, that red one's actually really good. I like that oiliness that it has. So usually we'll do like blind tastings in like just videos that we post, not necessarily live streams. We fast forward through this part. So I feel like, we have to like still talk.
Yeah. Fill in the gaps.
Yeah. Because like there we could just be quiet and fast forward through it and edit it out. But here, no, we got to actually say something, which is awkward. Because neither one of us are very talkative people.
No. Which is interesting to have a channel that deals with talking.
Yeah, that green one's good.
I like the blue one too. I think
I gotta try the blue one again. Yeah. I think I like the green one a little bit more. I'm gonna give the purple one another shot, but I think that's gonna be last. And then, I got a fruit fly in my water.
Oh, it flew in. Did you get it?
No, it's still in there. I'm just gonna drink from the other side of the glass.
Really? You just lift it.
I couldn't get it.
Well, did you drink it?
No, it's still there.
Oh, okay. All right. There's your poaching.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do like the blue one. I think. Okay, so I have my top and my last.
I do too.
Not because the last is bad, just because it's.
No, they're all really good. Which I mean, I had to expect with Talisker. Got it. Yep. I'm gonna try this purple one more time.
Well, see, I like that purple one now, but probably not as much.
Yeah. No, I like all of them. It's just a matter of. All right, finally. The Talisker 10 changed a lot after a rebrand since 2021. You know what? This one that we have is prior to the rebrand, so I don't know if I haven't tried the rebranded one yet, but it's I'm kind of curious to see how it is compared to the old one. But what we have is actually the older one. I know the thumbnail shows the new bottle, but the bottle we have is the old Talisker.
Which was that one?
This one.
Oh.
It's a little mini. That's how long I've had that kit.
Dang.
And then the actual bottle that we have somewhere back there is also the old one.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm. I kind of don't want to open it yet. Like, for that reason.
Oh. So why do they rebrand?
They changed the look of the label. Like, see how this one looks?
Mm-hmm.
So it has like this look, and if you look at the thumbnail for this stream, here, let me pull it up. Or actually, we'll just look it up real quick. Talisker 10 old versus new. Let's see if it brings up both. Yeah, so this is what the old label looked like,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the new label.
Oh, okay.
So you can see the new label is kind of like this.
So they outlined the island as opposed to just have it full on it.
So the new label is kind of like this style, except the Talisker 10 is orange instead of purple, like this one is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the old one was kind of more like this style.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, even the color is a little bit different in terms of the actual whiskey itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's interesting. I never really considered that they would be different. But I guess it makes sense. A lot of whiskeys change when they like rebrand the label. And if I'm not mistaken, in this picture, the whiskey itself in the 10-year looks darker than in the new one than in this one.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they started adding color.
Color to it, yeah.
Let's see here. Here's another picture.
Oh, yeah, it is darker.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. Oh, that's crazy. I never realized that. Honestly, I've never really looked into... I knew they rebranded it, but I never really like paid much attention to the differences, but... Yeah, that's interesting.
So much for my Talisker doesn't normally color their whiskeys.
William Hall, welcome to the chat.
Cheers.
The major difference of the new label is from the only distillery on Skye to the oldest distillery on Skye. Oh, yeah. Because Torabeg open. We have some of those.
Mm-hmm.
This one says... the only distillery.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I bought this at the distillery after the Torabeg had opened.
Oh, maybe it just still had it there.
Yeah, I think so. And then this one says the oldest distillery. Interesting. Yeah, because Torabeg Distillery was built on Isle of Skye. Alright, I think I have my order, but I'm going to do one more sip between these two. So if you're just joining us, we're starting the stream off with a blind tasting of 4 different Taliskers. It's the 10-year, the Storm, Skye, and Portree. And we're figuring out our order right now after going through and nosing and tasting them. Yeah, I gotta try something with Torabeg. The rebranded Talisker 10 is less complex, but key house style was emphasized. What do you mean, like, emphasized? Like the... Because I know Talisker is known for, like, it's sort of, like, briny, sea, like, coastal kind of flavors. So does it have, like, more of that? I gotta do that.
Ooh.
More peppery, salty. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Because I feel like those are kind of like the characteristics, yeah, of Talisker. So if they doubled down on that, I'm kind of like, it kind of makes me want to taste it more. Because I really like that those flavors. Maybe I buy a bottle of the new 10-year and we do a comparison with the old one. Do you have your order?
I think so.
Okay.
These I'm like really confused about, but I think I'm gonna keep it there.
Our orders look very similar, except for the final 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, in last place, we both put the purple.
Yep.
So the purple one was, drum roll, Talisker Sky.
Okay.
So, I've never actually seen Talisker Sky here in the States. The little kit, the kit that this little bottle came in, I actually bought in the UK. So I don't know if Talisker Sky even gets released in the States. If any of you have seen it in the States, let us know. But I don't think I've ever seen this here. But Talisker Sky
Okay.
was our least favorite. That was the one. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say that was one on the nose that we got like that kind of citrusy,
Yeah.
kind of like really fresh, light, like really pleasant smell.
But even like in the smell, it kind of went away, and in the taste, it didn't have the same as a nose. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think Sky was travel retail. Oh, it could have been. I bought it at the Whiskey Exchange in London. The little kit that came in. The kit came with the tin, the Sky, and the Storm. So, yeah, we've just had this kit sitting back here for literally years, just kind of waiting to bust it open, which is why we're doing this stream.
We keep pushing it off. Like,
Yeah.
right, oh, well, it's a set and it's a kit, so we had to do that later.
Yeah.
We're going to do all the kits together. And then years went by.
Yeah, years, yeah. No, we talked about it so many times, and we're finally doing it. But okay, Sky was our number last. So, our second to last, the blue, or number 3, was Talisker Storm.
Okay.
So, Talisker Storm. This one we can get here in the States. I think it's about $60, at least here in San Antonio. But yeah, it was... again, all of these were very good.
Yeah. I enjoyed this one too.
Yeah.
This one had that a bit more saltiness to it.
Mm-hmm. No, it did. I think I finished like most of mine.
Yeah,
actually.
I finished all of mine on that. I don't know why that didn't end up in the other ones. I think that one I was really confused about, and I kept drinking it.
I know. Yeah. No, because I kept drinking this one because I was like, I really like that on the smell. It has to be better than this, but no.
Yeah, this one slowly, like, I kind of figured this one would be my last, and then I figured out this one would be my first.
Yeah.
And then I thought this was going to be my first, but then it kind of changed, and I was like, I don't know.
So when I first tasted the red one, I thought, okay, this one's going to be last. But like the more I like tasted it, the more it grew on me, and it ended up being my first. But okay, let's do the red one then. Or actually, yeah, let's do the green one next.
Okay.
My second, your first. So the green one is the Talisker 10-year.
Okay.
All right. So it's their flagship one.
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting that to try the old one versus the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the red one, by process of elimination, is the Port Ree. So.
What'd you like?
Yeah.
So you can just say you didn't like the kit. I'm just kidding.
Basically, yeah. Like the kit. Yeah, because the where is the box? So the kit came in this box with the Sky, the 10-year, and the Storm, and then we just threw the Port Ree in here. But yeah, I guess the Port Ree was the better one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad I bought that bottle.
Well, if we didn't have the Port Ree, then it would have been exactly the same, or almost exactly.
No, it would have been exactly the same. Yeah. So okay. So I guess the moral of the story is between the Sky, the Storm, and the 10-year, just buy the 10-year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can find the Port Ree, get it. Well, that was really good.
It was. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so, yeah, I want to make sure these are empty. I'm gonna rinse out my purple glass in preparation for the next whiskey, because we have more Taliskers on the way. It's not over yet.
So you're rinsing out this one?
Yeah, I mean you can rinse out whichever one you want, or
I'll probably rinse out the
the
blue one
Okay.
because I ain't finished that
Oh, you still have some in there. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. No. Don't. Yeah. So between those, the ones that we had, let us know in the chat which one is your favorite. I had never tried the Storm or the Sky prior to right now, so it was kind of interesting to find out that I still like the 10 better than those two.
Oh, so you've had the 10 before?
Mm-hmm. We did a review on the 10.
We did?
Like year before last or something.
Oh.
And we did a review on the Port Re as well.
I don't remember these things. I remember... Oh, actually, I don't remember having the 10. I don't know why. I remember having things, I just don't remember when having these things.
I think it was year before last that we had the 10 year on... yeah, we did a review of it. So, yeah. But,
Alright.
okay. This is... I'm just going to put these here to kind of the side.
Oh, we're going to keep it up?
Yeah, well, I guess we don't need to, but...
Just the purpose of this?
Yeah, we might rinse out some of these here for more. Okay, so let's... Speaking of travel retail, let's try the Talisker Surge. So you and I just recently had this one last week. We recorded a review of it, which should be up here probably...
Shortly?
Yeah, probably here in the next couple weeks. But we had this, and I think this is sort of what prompted us to say, hey, we should do a review of Talisker. Or
the most reliable. Yep, I can see. Really?
Sorry. Don't feel like you have to drink all that. I know I poured you a lot. Talisker 10, the most reliable.
Yeah.
Right?
I can see that.
Here, let me get you a napkin. I just poured it all over his hand. Here you go. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with the 10, right? I don't know. Maybe we should have tried to... I don't know what I'm trying to do with this other napkin. Maybe we should have just tried to have all of these in a blind, but I don't know. I feel like that would have gotten like...
That would have been too much.
Yeah. 4 is a good amount to have in a blind, I think. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is the Talisker Surge. This one is a travel retail. I got this at a duty-free store. Yeah, we did a review on this one recently, so be on the lookout on the channel here in the next few weeks. It should be up. But, yeah. Even I like the refine of Talisker 18, but Talisker 10 is the best showcase of Talisker and best for beginner who want to learn Scotch.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So
it's probably a good introduction, like, to peated Scotch, too. Like, sort of with Highland Park 12. No, but that Talisker 10 is very good. And I gotta try that Talisker 18 again, too, because I tried it at a bar, and I was like... I remember, too, because I was at a bar with my sister and brother-in-law, so I wasn't, like digging into it, like, oh, what notes am I getting? It was just more like...
Just drinking it. Just
yeah.
drink it, yeah.
So, I need to try that Talisker 18 again.
The fact that you liked it, just by just drinking it without looking for things, then...
Yeah.
Means it's good.
Yeah. Okay, this one, it's good. It's a little bit... I've got it all lopsided.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's kind of soft, actually. But in a nice way.
Really? I felt like it's a little bit sharper than the other ones that we just had.
How much do you have? Do you have a little bit more than I do? Maybe that has something to do with it. Don't feel like you have to drink all that, because we still got more to go. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to taste it. Talisker Surge. Yeah, that's nice. That's got like a. I don't know if it's just because I'm reading your comment, but I feel like it does have like a peppery thing happening with it. Flashes of surging spice.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Made by the Sea, the oldest distillery on the Isle of Skye. 45.8%. Yeah, I'm trying to see if it shows like what its finish is, but I don't think it does.
In my opinion, it's rewarding for beginners to trying Talisker because the property and smoke are nearly impossible to ignore. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
The problem for beginners, though detecting the taste note is hard, but Talisker is the easiest one. Yeah, I feel like especially with peated Scotch, it's good to start someone on this one. And Highland Park 12, I think, is another really good one to like start a beginner on. Because like that peatiness is there, but there's also other things that you can
flavors.
find. Mm-hmm.
Highland Park was my introduction to peatiness.
I think it was mine too, actually.
Then I found out like there's other Scotch out there that has more peatiness that I didn't care for.
Mm-hmm. I like that peaty flavor, and but I like if the peaty flavor dominates a Scotch. Like for me, that's still okay, but I think for you like the peat to just be like one of the notes you get.
Yeah,
and so I think you like it to be a little bit more balanced. Whereas with me, if the peat is more sort of in your face, like
I like it to be like an addition to, but not the primary.
Yeah. So I think that's where you and I differ the most when it comes to like our taste in whiskey is with peated Scotches.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we tend to like the same stuff.
Except for Lagavulin, because Lagavulin can be in your face a little bit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just the type of peatiness to it. Yeah. It's more like a barbecue, which is more familiar for me. So I think that's the reason for that.
Yeah.
But then there's that cigar smoke peatiness, which none of the Taliskers have, which is really nice.
Yeah. No, I think Taliskers is more of like a campfire peaty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, this one was really nice. Like I said before, this is a Traveler exclusive that I picked up at the duty free, and it's it does have that peaty. It has that it has a little bit of that sharpness, and it's kind of dry too. So I wonder if it is like a sherry finish.
The nose has it.
Mm-hmm. And if I remember this box correctly, I don't think it had that. Flashes of surging spice, rich honeyed berries. Are you getting honeyed berries?
I'm getting maybe honey.
Electrify the palate. Exhilarating. Made by the sea, from rugged coastlines and beastly storms to warming sunbeams and soaring skies, the Isle of Skye powers through our veins and invigorates our souls. Fierce and formidable, this force of nature is captured within this rich and spicy whiskey. It is spicy. I think it does have that peppery thing that you've been talking about. I like my peat in the background, like backbone of the structure, give it more depth, but not taking over the stage. Yeah. No, I mean, to be honest, I do prefer it that way, but if the peat is sort of in the forefront, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is terrible. I'm just going to be like, okay, it's kind of like one-dimensional, but I still like it. But I do prefer kind of like what you said and how Gio likes it too, where it's like one of the things that's part of the whiskey. But yeah, no, it doesn't say what the finish is on this. I have to think it's I don't know, maybe it isn't sherry. Maybe I'm just making that up.
Weird. It does add a little bit of dryness to it.
Yeah. But I don't get like that sort of tanniny, kind of oily thing from it that I get from others. Let me look at this one. Is this one sherry cask? Because this one was very oily. The Port Ree. Finished in port casks. So, wine.
Doesn't tell you like what. Oh, I guess port.
Yeah, port, not sherry. The merchants of coastal Scotland had long been trading with the Portuguese, and those merchants were instrumental in founding the port wine trade and shipping it to the world. Oh, so is it Portuguese port? Talisker has always taken inspiration in what the sea brings. We now take pride in celebrating those Scottish traders with the first release of a Talisker double matured in port casks. Talisker Port Ree, named after the main trading port on Skye, which is Portree, combines Talisker's powerful maritime character with succulent sweet notes of rich berry fruits and a superb contrasting taste experience. Yeah. So, that's cool. It's fun to drink some in-your-face young peaty, but not every day. Like, I can't drink IPA with massive hop every day. But a sip for once in a while is fine. Yeah, I agree. I think a really good example of that is the Ardbeg Wee Beastie. Cause like when you take a sip of that, it's just like it hits you like so quick. And you know what? Every now and then I'm like, I feel like I'm in the mood for that, but it's not one that I go back to a lot. But I don't know. There's something about that every now and then it just hits the spot.
So young peat is stronger than just. Is that what gives it that stronger?
I think so because it hasn't really had as much time to age to kind of sort of, I don't know, simmer down a little bit on the peat.
So that's why it gives it that up front.
Yeah, like the Ardbeg Wee Beastie is only 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
Which for Scotch is not old at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, it can be fun. We're going to take one more sip of this Surge and then we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
We have some choices. We can... yeah, I'm not going to finish that one. We can move on to a... one of the Diageo special releases, or we can move on to the distillery exclusive Talisker. Let us know which we should go to, because we have a distillery exclusive that I picked up back in 2022 or 3 when we went to visit Scotland. And then we have the the Diageo special releases from 2022 and 2023. I didn't pick up the 2024 one. Although, I think the 2024 one is still available at Total Wine.
Oh, it is?
We will put the Surge back here for now. And then figure out what we're going to have next. I think I'm leaning toward one of the Diageo releases. Maybe the 2023 one.
Have we had it on the channel?
Have you had what?
Have we had that on the channel? The releases?
Oh, yeah. You remember this one, right? With the jellyfish on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had this one. We don't have as much left of this one, but we got to finish it eventually. So, might as well do it now. And then we have the 2023 one. I think we go for the Diageo ones. I think this was my number 1 whiskey of the year before last. Because when we did the review of this one, even though this is the 2022 release, I don't think we reviewed it until 2023. And when
I think we had, what did we have? Then we had it on the live stream, and then we had a review on it, right?
Yeah,
we had twice. Yeah.
But then we did it in the blind when we were trying to figure out like our favorite of the year. And
that's right.
Yeah, it ended up. I think this ended up being my number one over the 2023 one. The Talisker 11 is pretty decent, better than the Talisker 8 of 2020 and 2021. Yeah, well, I never tried those, so I don't know. But no, this one was really good. The 11 year of 2022. So let's try it. Is your glass?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just going to pour a little bit because I want to be able to save some for in case we want to have it one more time. Yeah, I think we have one more serving each in here left.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Talisker 2022 special release. I was able to get like a small 200 milliliter bottle of that one, so just yeah.
So being a Talisker fanboy, how many Taliskers have you tried?
That's a good question. Yeah.
And how many you own?
Yeah. If you didn't try, long story short, the 21 is you can confuse it with Caol Ila. Oh, really?
Oh. Well, you like Caol Ila?
Yeah. Well, we've had it once, but we liked it when we had it.
We had it twice, didn't you?
Did we have it twice?
No, you had it twice.
Oh, I think I've had like an independent bottling of Caol Ila, but like as far as on the channel, we've only had it once. Yeah, this is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Even at the end of the bottle, this is still good.
Mm-hmm. And I know these Diageo releases got a lot of criticism for the way their prices were increasing, but to me, the Talisker ones were like they were worth it. Because like obviously this is a smaller bottle, but the 2023 I did buy the full size bottle, and it was it was really good.
It's a little bit saltier.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a little bit sharper too. Well,
a little bit, yeah.
But it's higher ABV. It's 55.1. Whereas I think the all the previous ones we've tried have been in the 40s. Talisker 10 year is 45.8. Sky is 45.8. Okay. So the 10 year, the Storm, and the Sky are all 45.8. And so is Port Ree, 45.8.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
Is that
far decimal?
And the Surge is 45.8. I guess that's like the sweet spot for all of their. Huh. I never realized that all of those were the same exact proof. Okay. Now we know.
I tried all Talisker 10 year from map labeled from 80s to current label.
Wow.
And 1980s. Was it 8
Talisker
year?
8 with Johnny Walker icon.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. That is definitely worthy of being called a Talisker fanboy. Like that. That's awesome. I personally didn't start getting into whiskey until probably like really into whiskey until like COVID times, which I think like a lot of people did. I always enjoyed like trying different ones, but mostly for making cocktails. And then when COVID hit, I think that's when I started sort of getting in more into like trying whiskey neat. Started with bourbon, but then, found out about Scotch and yeah. So still fairly new to like the whole whiskey thing, but it became something that I kind of latched onto very quickly.
And I'm newer than that. Before it would be like just well, Jack Daniels mostly, Jim Beam mostly, and then he introduced me to my first whiskey outside of those neat would be Wild Turkey 101. I think that was the first one. He goes, "Hey, you have to try this neat." I tried that. That was super strong, but over time, you get acclimated, and then things would be nicer.
Mm-hmm. So far, my favorite Talisker tin label is of late 90s to 2000s, aka the Stone label. We'll have to look that up. Because, yeah, the only ones I'm familiar with are the current one and the one just prior to that one. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to look that up.
But for Scotch, what was my first Scotch?
It was probably
I think it was
Johnny Walker.
Was it Johnny Walker?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was Johnny Walker. I think Johnny Walker was my first Scotch. Johnny Walker Black.
It was Johnny Walker.
That was definitely the first Scotch that I actually bought a bottle of, was Johnny Walker Black Label.
Well, that's the first one I bought, but it wasn't for myself.
Oh.
It was for a friend.
No, I bought myself a bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label.
Because the first Scotch I had was with you. I think it was like Glenlivet.
Then it might have been that. Or Glenfiddich. Because I did buy a bottle of Glenfiddich 12 that I remember you and I having, like pouring you some. So maybe that was it. Yeah, this has like it does have that sort of spicy thing happening too. That sea.
Yeah, this
sea
one's more
breeze.
sea driven.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, beach, sandy kind of thing happening. The style of early map label with green bottle are more on Isle of Pete. Kind of different with modern Talisker. Yeah, these aren't green. But a lot of the Isla bottles are. Like the Ardbegs, those are green bottles. I think the Lefroy. Yeah, actually I never really considered that, but yeah, a lot of them are green labels. Or green bottles. Alright. Shall we try it?
Try it.
Talisker 11 Diageo release 2022.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
And this one's good.
Yeah. No, this one's super good.
I think from when I remember having this, I think I thought the peatiness was a lot stronger back then, but now it's like a lot softer.
Yeah, we might have just gotten used to it over the years. So, Afro-Clown, since you are a Talisker fanboy, I think it was in 2022 I visited Talisker Distillery, and there's a video on our channel about that. So, if you want to check it out, go ahead and do so. But the video is mostly a gift shop tour, but there's a little bit of footage
In-house.
Yeah, of like the actual tour that we took, which was fun. But yeah, check it out. Talisker Distillery visit on our channel. Fun fact, most Talisker are aged in mainland warehouse. These casks never see an ocean for their entire life. Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense though, because when we visited Talisker, like the way it's situated, it's like I don't know where they would have like aged everything.
Oh.
So I mean that makes a lot of sense. We didn't go to like any of the like the barrel houses or anything. We just kind of went through like the production facility. So like where they mash everything, ferment, distill, all of that. But yeah, we never went to a barrel house, so that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, this one was really nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
I'm good. Rinse this one out to get ready for the next one.
Oh, okay. We're gonna use the same ones.
Yeah, or I mean, if you want a new glass, I can get you a new glass. But I'm gonna keep using the same one. Here,
I got you.
you can use this one.
I got you.
Oh, okay. Distillery only distill new make and put into tank and transport to mainland warehouse to fill and age. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Because yeah, it makes a lot of sense. All right. We have 2 more Taliskers that we can try. The next one, we'll stick with the Diageo. This is 2023's Talisker special release. This is the Wild Explorador Talisker single malt. 59.7% ABV.
Okay. A
So
little bit stronger.
we're getting up there. Yes, they distill by the sea, but never age by the sea. Aw, that's kind of sad. I feel like they do get a lot of those sort of like sea qualities in their taste, though.
I was gonna say, like, if they did, I don't know if I would like it the same.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the air is already salty there, so.
Yeah. Well, especially, I don't know, especially if they like smoke the peat there, like on site. I don't know where they smoke their peat, but I don't know. They have that sort of like sea breeze sort of thing going for them. All right, so Talisker. I don't think this one is age stated, but it's a 2023 special release, the Wild Explorador. That's why even I am a fanboy of Talisker, but I never buy their marketing buzzword. Yeah, I mean, it says made by the sea, and I guess that's right. Like, they do make it there, but I guess it's not aged by the sea. But I swear I still get those flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Wild Explorador. Okay, right off the bat on the nose, I got like a butterscotch kind of thing.
I do get butterscotch, but the sharpness kind of overpowers it from there.
The what overpowers it?
Sharpness?
Yeah, it is pretty sharp. Talisker stopped doing in-house flowering malting since 1973, and their current malt source are from Glen Ord Malting and using Highland peat. Huh. 1973. That's 50 over 50 years. So they haven't done floor malting since then. We went and visited Kilolman Distillery where they do floor malting there still, and that was really neat to see. The floor malting and how that all happens. But I mean, I guess, you know, once you get to be as big as Talisker, you gotta maybe
find room.
Yeah. '70s with the turning point of Scotch, Lagavulin stopped their own floor malting around that time as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, this one's sweeter
Mm-hmm.
than the last one we had. Like, the first thing I noticed on this one was butterscotch. It's not as spicy as the previous one. Let's see, this is the Wild Explorer. What is this one called? I forget what that one's called. The Wild Explorador, and Does this have like a name?
I don't think it has a name.
I don't think it has a name. I don't think the 2022 one had a name. Okay. That's fine. The 2023 is Port Ree on steroid. Huh. That's an interesting take. We can test that. You still have some Port Ree left, right?
Which one was that one?
The red one?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, let's do that. We'll put them both there. Okay. Port Ree, so that's for the 45.8%. Just like... That's interesting, because on the Port Ree, right off the bat, I get that butterscotch.
Oh, we did get the butterscotch at the end, right? Like in the beginning, or not in the beginning, but like towards the end.
Yeah. Well, right now, right off the bat, I'm getting it, but I think you're right. I think when we first went through it, we got it like during the smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if this is also port cask finish. Oh yeah, finished in a combination of ruby, white, and tawny port casks.
Ooh.
So it's port cask, just like the Port Ree. Let's see. This one. Is this a port one? Ex-bourbon casks. It was the 2022. So. That is, that's actually an awesome take.
So it's basically saying it's cast strength. Oh, no, not cast strength.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of like a cast strength of that, basically. Yeah. That is, oh, wow. Now I really want to do like a analysis comparison of these two. They smell so similar now that you said that. All right. Yeah. So yeah, the 2023 special release definitely has a little bit more sweetness happening. Kind of like that Port Ree did. Kind of like that heaviness, like the dried fruit.
I'm just letting it sit for the sharpness to go down a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. We can always add water if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Port Ree doesn't go into detail about like the whole ruby, white, and tawny port, but I mean it is port cask. Both of these are port cask, so.
And it's in red. I'm just kidding.
Huh?
It's in red.
Right? The Wild Explorer, it says a golden sweet glow sears through a current of smoke with a splash of sea salt in its wake. Which you do get that sea salt in this one.
Oh, we're not gonna cheers. Okay. Are you drinking more after you just drank some?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one's super good.
That one's sharp.
It is, right? I remember the first time I tried this one, or this one, because I had bought it, and like usually when I would buy these, I bought this one here in town. And usually when I would buy them, I would wait until this guy would come over and we'd try them on the channel together. But that one I just tried right away, and like I remember like just right off the bat being super impressed by it. But then when we had it in a blind with the 2022 special release, I ranked the 2022 higher, which I don't know, maybe it is because of the sharpness on that one, because there is definitely noticeable sharpness that probably masks some of the flavors you could get.
Still good though.
Mm-hmm.
But it does taste like cast strength.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if it is or not, but it has that quality of it.
I'm pretty sure it is, because it's 59.7.
Yeah.
So that...
But they don't... Do they label theirs as a cast strength?
I don't... It might be. Let's see.
Probably.
Okay, so it's not actually labeled as cast strength, but I think these are typically cast strength, the Diageo releases. Now I'm sipping on Talisker 15, special release 2019. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So this one says, a surge of warmth rises through the current, radiating a sweet, charred undertone. The crash of sea salt spray against the ship's bow relights the fire of exploration in determined sailors. Against an unforgiving sea, the Caravel, an iconic Portuguese sea vessel, forges on, braving harsh elements to reach the farthest corners of the earth. Rich, bright gold lights the fire of desire, while clear maritime notes of sea air carry hint of oyster shell. You know what? Have you ever had oysters? Like, I've never had like an oyster on the half shell. I've had like canned oysters, but
I had oysters, but I don't like them.
No. Carry hints of oyster shell, salt, and sand dune on a spicy and peaty base. Yeah. No, I definitely get that. Spicy, peaty, salt, and sand. Surging through them come rich, sweet hints of white grape, dark fruit, and dry tannin. Let's see if we get that white grape and dry tannin. And dark
I do
fruit.
get like a wine quality, but I don't think I get that white grape.
I kind of get that dryness. Yeah, maybe I get that tannin. I don't know if I get the white grape like you said, though. It could be there. In the mouth, these characters merge as one creamy, smooth, richly fruity taste with waves of saltiness, smoke, and spice crashing through the intense finish. I mean, I'd say for the most part that's right. I think that the smoke and the spice is more in the forefront, and then the saltiness and the fruity is more behind that. Oyster shell you can understand is mineral note. Okay. Let's try that. I can kind of see where you're coming from, like from like a mineral note standpoint. All right, Gio had to leave. No, he'll be back. Yeah, that one is super interesting. I still have a little bit of the 2022 left here. We're going to do a quick little side-by-side comparison of those two. I think the 2022 was a little bit sweeter than the 23. And that might have been why I ranked it higher when we did the blind year before last. I don't know, because like right now I'm inclined to choose the 2023 instead of the 2022. But we'll see. Let's try the Port Rory one more time. And then when Gio gets back, we will try the final Talisker of the evening. So on the nose, the Port Rory, I think, is a little bit sweeter. And that might just be because it's the lower proof. So the sweetness comes through more instead of the alcohol. Because the 2023 special release definitely has some alcohol impact. But once you get past that alcohol impact, a lot of the flavors that you get, or the scents, are very similar to the Port Rory. So, especially with them being both port finished, you can definitely tell there's some similarities there. And that could just very well be the Port Rory before it's watered down. Or proofed down, as they like to say. So the Port Rory, I definitely get the oily tanniny thing that it talks about here on the back of this bottle. Dry dark fruit and dry tannin. I think that probably comes through more on the Port Rory than it does on the special release, for me at least. I think that's a good proof, that 45.8. That's a proof that it's low enough that it doesn't, hurt going down, but at the same time it's high enough that it still maintains a lot of those flavors without feeling too watered down. I never realized that like all of their core range was that proof. So that's pretty good. Alright, so Port Rory, this is 2022. This is 2023. Then we're going to go ahead and rinse out this green one in preparation for our final Talisker of the evening. Talisker 15 special release 2019. Yeah, I know from the wrong one. I know from like the Whiskey Exchange, you can order some of the older releases, like even in like small bottles. And I don't know, I might just break down and do that one of these days. The shipping is kind of expensive, but I think the shipping is the same, like regardless of how much you order. So I might just put in a big order one of these days and order some samples. Like they have those perfect measure samples, like these. So you can buy like little samples like this from the Whiskey Exchange, and it's a really neat way to try different whiskeys. And yeah, so I might try and put in an order for some of these, but shipping to the States here is like $45. So I probably need to put in a big order to make it worth it. I actually got those at the Whiskey Exchange when I visited last year. So that's always nice. What's up? You ready to try our last one?
Yeah.
You want a new glass?
That one I'll have.
All right. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
The reason Talisker does 45.8 was Talisker used to bottle in 80 proof back today when they were still using Imperial System. Wait. 80 proof, so that would be 40% ABV. If you translate 80 proof to ABV. Really? Because I thought proof was twice the ABV.
Well, I guess it was different back then.
Maybe.
Maybe back then it was like percentage wise, as opposed to just.
Yeah, I always wondered like why, like you don't see it with Scotch, but like with American whiskeys, you see Imperial proof is different than U.S. proof.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He said Imperial proof like 2 times, and we still didn't catch on.
No. All right. The final Talisker that we have for the evening is this one. The Talisker Distillery Exclusive Bottling. This is batch number 1. Exclusive release, 1 of 7,500 bottles. So
100 proof is 57.1.
that's interesting.
Proof? That's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
That's bigger than euros.
Right.
Oh, your wife's alarm is ringing on her phone.
Oh, I'll check it when we go in. Okay, so this is the Talisker Distillery Exclusive Bottling. Distillery exclusive as of October 2022, which I think is when we visited. So yeah, 48% ABV. So we'll set that right there. Non-age stated. Let's give it a shot.
Non-age state.
Yep. Okay, this one is a little bit like shiny, perfumey, just right off the bat. So 40%, so it's not as high as the last 2 we just had. We probably should have had this one first, actually, but I wanted to save this for the end because it's probably the one that's like the least accessible of the ones that we're trying.
I see. That makes sense.
That's a good idea. Famous Glenfarclas 105 is 105 proof, aka 60%. Oh, okay. I've seen Glenfarclas 105. I haven't tried it, but I've seen the bottle. That's interesting to know.
Mm-hmm.
I never realized that proof was different between the United States and like
Everywhere else.
Yeah. I always thought that proof was just twice the ABV, but I guess that's not the case. I guess that's only the case here in the States. The more you know.
Well, I guess that's why the States have ABV also with it, and everywhere else just says the percentage.
Yeah.
Of alcohol.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah, U.S. proof is easy, just twice ABV. Yeah. I always wondered why U.S. whiskey put the proof and the ABV on the bottles, because it's like, what's the point of even why put both? Just put one or the other.
If it's double, but
yeah, Imperial proof, you need to do some math. Yeah, but I mean, when it comes down to like percentage, I mean that's pretty self-explanatory. Like the whiskey is 40% alcohol, 60% alcohol, 57.1, whatever the case may be. So, I like it. I like it.
This one has some wine qualities with it.
Right? Like some like white wine?
White wine, yeah. Because I smell the grapes on this one.
Mm-hmm. I feel like of all the ones we've had tonight, the grapes are the most prominent in this one. All right, shall we try it?
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Sipping our last Talisker of the night. Mm,
That was good.
that was really good. The peat is not as prominent in this one.
Mm-mm.
You can definitely tell. I feel like the alcohol has more impact than I would expect it to, but at the same time, it has like a
This one's more of a creamier finish.
yeah. It's more again. It's got like a kind of a spicy thing going on.
I did get some of the saltiness, but I didn't get the spiciness on this one.
I did. It's definitely got like a spicy, peppery thing happening. No, that's actually really good.
Mm-hmm. I know this is peaty, but it doesn't taste peaty at all.
No, it doesn't. When we went to Talisker, my my wife was there, and she doesn't like peaty whiskey. She's not really a whiskey person in general, but especially not peated whiskey. So when we did the tour, and then we had the tasting at the end of the tour, this was one of the ones that they had us try, and she actually really liked this one.
Mm.
And I mean, I liked it too, and so the fact that both of us liked it is why I bought it. But on the tour, they had us try the 10-year, this one, and then I think they had us try the Distiller's Edition for 2022. So that one was very good too, but I think, like, of those three, this is the one that stood out the most to us. So this is the one we bought. And yeah, so this is batch 1. I think this was the first batch that they did of a distillery exclusive bottling. I think they have more batches since then, but you can see there we bought it in the UK.
Yeah.
So it was yeah, no, this one is super good, and I'm drinking this bottle very slowly on purpose.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, because I doubt they're still on this batch, and it was like one of 7,500 bottles, which isn't a lot when you think about it. So it's yeah.
I mean, 700 people going and buying it. That's really, really fast.
Yeah. Well, 7,500, but still.
75, yeah, that's
Yeah.
really, really fast though. There's a nice sweetness to it.
It does, right? But that smokiness is still there. They're probably still selling in the distillery shop. Yeah, no, it probably is. Although we bought this 3 years ago, so they might be on to batch like 2 or 3 or 4 now. I don't know what batch they're on now. But if anyone who's watching has the chance to go to Talisker and try the distillery exclusive,
Let us know what batch you're on.
highly recommend it. Yeah, and let us know what batch they're on, because I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to go back, but Talisker is located like, it's on the Isle of Skye, and it's kind of like away from a lot of the other distilleries. And on that trip we took, we went to the Isle of Skye just because, like, the Isle of Skye itself is just beautiful. So we went really to see the island, but then, Talisker was there, so we were like, hey, Talisker. So
Is it a pretty big island?
yeah, it's one of the larger islands for Scotland, but it only has 2 distilleries. We didn't visit the other distillery, Torabeg, but we visited Talisker, and yeah, the video is on our channel. If I think about it, I'll put a link in the description of this chat in case anyone is watching the replay. Or what I could do is just put a link to it in the chat right now. Let's see. There it is. So if you want to check out the visit to Talisker, it's right there for you to see. Yeah, we visited in 2022, so it's been a few years.
Yeah, if this was in this blind, this would probably be my favorite. I like that one.
Yeah, no, it's super good. Although I still have a little bit of that Port Ree left from my second pour, and I don't know, it's super good. The Port Ree is a lot sweeter than that one, I think. So that video, like I said, it has a little bit of the distillery itself, but it's mostly a gift shop tour. And then at the end, it has like a haul, because I bought a lot of stuff at that gift shop. So there's like a little haul at the end of what I bought there, which was this bottle, also the Port Ree, and just some other like like accessories and stuff, including but not limited to this bar mat that I bought at the Talisker gift shop. And we had it sitting back here all the time. We set stuff on it all the time. But
we use it all the time.
Yeah. Did you hear Diageo is going to take down Talisker and rebuild it to fulfill carbon neutral? Wait, what do you mean take down Talisker? Oh, like completely rebuild the distillery like a brand new building? I did not hear that. That's crazy. I will say that there at Talisker, they had like a whole little part of the lobby that was sort of dedicated to like them trying to be like environmentally friendly and you know, the like the conservation aspect of it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get a visit over there.
I'm gonna have to revisit after they do that. Which is weird because like when I visited, they had like just remodeled. Like
really?
They told us like, oh, we just remodeled like a few months ago, and
dang. All right, everybody, we should take a field trip.
Yeah, that would be fun actually. Field trip to Talisker. No, but I would love to go back to that distillery. That's probably one of my favorite distilleries I've ever visited. It was just like the vibe of it. I know that's like, I don't know. The vibe of that place was just so like peaceful, and like even the tour guide who like did the tour when we went, just so chill, peaceful, laid back. They had a little bar there called the Campfire Bar where you could go and just like, you know, sit down and have a drink. Yeah, it was such a neat place. Like I would love to visit Talisker again. It's just so out of the way there in Scotland. Like it's not.
So it's basically like if you go there, your day is spent going there.
Yeah, or at least your day is spent like, I don't know how to say it, but if you're trying to visit Talisker, then you got to spend like a whole day on that island.
Yeah.
Because like the island itself is beautiful, and there's plenty to do on that island. You can hiking, all kinds of stuff. So if you're not going just to visit the island and just to see Talisker, like you'll probably just end up wanting to spend the day like on the island.
Okay.
But
so spending a day is worth just going to the island.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Visit Talisker, visit Torbeg, and then, you know, go to the fairy pools, the what was it called, the Korang or whatever it was. There's all kinds of neat sights to see there on the Isle of Skye. Talisker. But yeah, we typically do live streams once a month, but this month we did 2. And what we typically do on our live streams, or what we've done the last few times, is just kind of let the chat sort of drive the stream.
We have a lot here we still haven't tried. So,
Yeah.
And we always go back to what we tried before. It's always fun.
Yeah. But we decided for this one that we were going to kind of drive it ourselves and dedicate it to a specific brand. So for our next live stream, if there are any brands that you would like us to sort of highlight or spotlight, let us know. We could do, we probably have enough to do a Lagavulin stream. Jack Daniels, Maker's Mark, Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, mostly bourbon stuff. We could probably do an Ardbeg stream.
I think we could do a Whistle Pig too. I think we have a few to be able to do it.
Yeah, no, you're right. We do have some minis. Wild Turkey, mostly bourbons, but we do have some.
Highland we can do. Oh, you already said that?
Well, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4 Highland Parks.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 Highland Parks. I think Lagavulin would probably be the next like Scotch that we could do. Maybe Bruichladdich. We could do a Bruichladdich stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yep, let us know in the chat for our next kind of distillery highlight what you would like to see us do, and if we have enough to fill a whole stream, then yeah, we'll do it. Balcones, that's another one, but we kind of did that already, but it would be worth revisiting because it's been a while since we did that.
Yeah, we can do Jameson. I think we have enough for that too.
We do, yeah. Jameson, yep. Tullamore Dew as well.
Yep.
Some yeah.
All right. And apparently I like this one. So
The distillery exclusive.
yeah.
The one you have to go to Scotland for.
Yeah, I know. The one that we can't do anymore.
No, we can do it. We still have a lot. We have a good amount of this one. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to do a review on it just
No.
because
We did a stream and a review already.
Mm-hmm. But no, that one was super good. So, we typically do live streams the first Monday of each month. So next Monday, which will be July, what will that be?
Something.
July 7th will be our next live stream. But hopefully we'll start doing more than just one a month.
Yep. So if you like it, our next one will be on the 21st.
Yeah, July 21st. So July 7th and then July 21st. So, yeah. Mark that on your calendars. 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, that is 9:30 p.m. If you're on the West Coast, that is 6:30 p.m. And yeah, that's what we do. We just kind of go with it.
No, West Coast it's...
Yeah, 6:30. Because they're 2 hours behind us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 9:30 East Coast, 6:30 West Coast, 8:30 here in Texas where we are Central Time. Next time will probably be one that kind of like we let the chat drive, but the one after that we'll probably come up with something ourselves.
We'll find something.
So
unless you choose what we should do.
Yeah. Yeah, send us an email if you have any ideas as to what we should do. Our email address is in the description.
Or in the comments.
Mm-hmm. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to that notification bell so you know whenever we post or whenever we go live, and we will see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.